Hello and welcome back to the Plant Powered Podcast. I hope you all had a wonderful time with friends and family over Christmas, no matter how you spent it. I know a few people who had to isolate and weren't able to be where they would like or see who they would like, so that's very unfortunate, but all we can do is make the most of our situation. So today's topic, I wanted to talk to you about burnout symptoms and tips because it can be very prevalent at this time of year, especially after 2 years of living through a pandemic. A lot of us have been spending a lot more time looking after our families or our kids or working from home and not really having a break, unable to travel and get away from our usual environment. And I experienced extremely bad burnout at the end of 2021, so I just wanted to go through a few things that you may be experiencing and then some tips on how to overcome it. Don't forget, you can watch this on YouTube or you can listen to it on the podcast if you're driving your car or out going for walks. So there's 2 different options there. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at CassieAmber with 2 underscores. And that's where I post daily different food inspiration and different nutrition tips. So go connect with me on there as well. So some of the signs of burnout that I was experiencing: I was not nourishing my body optimally. I was finding it hard to get the energy to plan and cook meals. Sometimes I'd cook and then not even want to eat the food that I made. And sometimes I just couldn't even think about what food to buy from the supermarket. So just really lacking inspiration in the kitchen and not really feeling motivated to nourish myself. And that's one of the most important things. I was feeling agitated at small things that shouldn't actually bother me. And I was also having the deepest sleeps ever, waking up feeling literally nauseous and sick, having really deep dreams, or sometimes having a restless sleep if I'm feeling anxious the next day. But if I was sleeping like 10 to 12 hours every night and I would wake up feeling like really nauseous and not feel like I could stomach breakfast or anything. So it's just a sign that my body was really exhausted each day. Wasting time on my phone because I didn't have the concentration capacity to focus on certain tasks. Even if I'd get halfway through mopping the floor, I'll just sit down and go on my phone instead of finishing the task at hand. So that's a sign that you're just feeling burnt out mentally. Feeling overwhelmed with my to-do list and like my head is in a range of different places at once. So I had several different jobs on the go, different projects for my business, different things on my mind, things with my fitness and nutrition that I was meant to be staying on top of your social life and cleaning the house and all of the different things. So it just started to get really overwhelming that it was almost like having panic attacks. Not having time to connect with friends as much as I'd like to or call my family members overseas. It's like you just wake up, go to work, eat, sleep, try fit in some time for exercise, but you're not having any social life or doing any leisure activities. Struggling to stay on top of basic life tasks. So this could just be cleaning your room or doing your washing or doing the floors or tidying up the backyard. So if you're just feeling overwhelmed with day-to-day stuff like taking care of your car, giving it a vacuum, like if even little things seem too much, you may be overwhelmed with your to-do list and feeling burnt out. And then it just felt like the days blur into weeks and then the weeks blur into months because you're racing instead of being present and taking your time with things. So it can look different for everyone, but that was how I've been feeling the last few months, just really agitated, really stressed out, trying to stay awake, doing double shifts with energy drinks, and it was just like you can't really bring your best self to the table, so that's not very good because you want to be showing up as your best self. So a few things of what you can do about it is reevaluate your life responsibilities and career choices. So I quit one of my jobs because I was working at a nightclub and it was getting really hard doing double shifts in the weekend and traveling almost 4 hours a day to come home, eat, take care of the dog, feed her, get dressed, reset for the night shift, then drive 50 minutes back to the city and then work till 2, get home at 3, then do double shifts again the next day. I was still recovering on like a Tuesday, then it's almost time for the weekend again, and I just had this really vicious cycle on repeat. But after 5 months of having only 10 hours of work a week, I was just trying to get as many shifts as I could. But now I've decided to quit one of those and I'm starting a new job where I can work more from home doing online coaching, so I'm really excited for that and can more design my own calendar and choose my workload and everything, so it's going to be a lot more fitted to my schedule and where I want to go with my career. So reevaluate your life responsibilities. If you've got kids, maybe see if you can do like a swap with someone else who has children. Maybe you take care of their kids for one weekend, and then the next weekend they can repay you the favor so that you can have some time to yourself, maybe go out or have some downtime or self-care time, and just see if you can find ways to reevaluate your responsibilities and choices in life. I highly recommend doing brain dumps and copying it into a to-do list or for later onto a weekly calendar. So spend as long as you need writing down every single thing on your mind, and then for the more urgent tasks, put it into actual days of the week. And then for stuff that's just, you can do it anytime or do later, just stuff you don't want to forget, I use AnyDo Calendar, but you can use any kind of app, or people just put it into their notes and tick it off as you go, or like a physical diary or notepad even, and then just get it onto paper so you don't have all this junk in your head. Staying on top of supplements. So if you don't know what you need, I highly recommend Vitable. They have an online quiz that you can do based on your personal needs or preferences. I am a partner with them, like an ambassador. So you can do a quiz based on different challenges you're facing. Are you feeling really stressed? Are you struggling to concentrate? Different things got to do with your diet. Like if you're vegan, you need different supplements to someone who eats meat, for example. So you can do the quiz online, I'll link that below, and then if you use my code CASSIE50, that will give you half price off your first month, so that's a big discount, which is awesome. And then that gets delivered to your door. It's available in New Zealand, Australia and Singapore, and you can just have a monthly subscription. You can also choose from the huge library of supplements that they have as well, so I really like them. Otherwise, there's lots of other natural supplements to choose from. You can choose like different mushroom powders even for stress or anxiety or concentration. There's lots of different avenues you can go down. And one of the things that I experience when I'm really burnt out, I just forget to take my supplements altogether, then my energy really crashes. So it's important to maintain the momentum and stay on top of it every day. Prioritize nourishing your body. So choose some recipes, get some Instagram or Pinterest inspiration or anything like that. You can head to my website, I've got some free recipes on there, and just choose a couple of things to meal prep for the week. So you don't need to be cooking every single day, just cook in bulk. So you only need 2 to 3 lunches and 2 to 3 dinners for the week and something for breakfast, and just keep it really simple, but cook a bigger portion of the stuff that takes ages so that you can just heat it up throughout the week. Because if you stay on top of your nutrition, it's going to affect your mood, your energy and everything else. Rest where needed. Don't feel guilty. If you don't choose some time to rest, your body's going to do it for you, and you may feel sick or you may feel fatigued and need to have time off anyway. So just set some time aside to just blob out and do whatever you like and not have any stress for a while. Laugh as often as you can, even if it's just at funny memes or funny animals. I find heaps of funny stuff online and just giggle away to myself, or different things that your friends might say, or if you've got pets, just having a play with them, because they always tend to make you laugh. So make sure you just keep your mood nice and light and laugh all the time. Call your loved ones or meet friends for coffee. When we neglect our social life, often we can feel more isolated and more stressed out. So just book in with a friend to go get coffee or go out for a walk, or call a family member who you haven't been able to see in a while, and it will definitely help lighten your mood and make you feel reminded of all the love that you have in your life. Remember self-care and kindness. Don't be too hard on yourself. You can only do so much in a day, and you're only doing your best. After all the crazy changes our world has had, a lot of people are feeling more depressed or more anxious than ever. We don't really know what the future's going to hold. There's a lot of tension in the online space, so just be kind to yourself, and also curate your social media feed. Like, everyone says that social media causes more self-confidence issues and all those things, but I just made my vision board yesterday. I printed everything off, I got it laminated and put it up, and it's so inspiring to me. And all that stuff is just from Instagram in my saved folder, just all these different things I've screenshotted, different meals of how I'd like to nourish my body. I use other women as inspiration to get to the gym and to eat well. I don't think, oh my god, I will never look like her. I just use it as like, wow, they're really killing it in fitness and nutrition or in business, and I have my idols up there to motivate me in everyday life. So it doesn't take away from you don't need to feel self-conscious or anything like that. Use it as inspiration to up level in all areas of life. And the other thing I've been doing is just focusing on the next 1 to 2 weeks ahead instead of stressing about the whole future. So I have made some goals for next year. I printed off my personal goals and financial goals and put them on the wall next to my bed so I'm reminded of them every day. But in day-to-day life, I'm not really planning too far into the future. Basically just a couple of weeks ahead at a time, or even a week ahead at a time, because we just don't know what's going to happen. People are still going into lockdown. People are still having to quarantine. Things aren't going to plan. So don't put things so set in stone. Just have things that you're working towards, but you don't need to have specific dates where it's going to be done by or anything. Just do what you can and be productive when you feel up to it. But yeah, I've just stepped away from long-term planning, like having the whole entire year planned out, because we really don't know what it's going to look like. Just get to things when they come up. So those are some of my best tips, and before I finish up the video, I just wanted to share that, perfect timing for the start of January, I'm launching another round of Beautiful Body BLITZ, which is my brand new 8-week program. So this isn't like any other challenge where you'll just get encouraged to lose a bunch of weight and be on a really strict diet and really intense fitness routine and then potentially put the weight back on once the 8 weeks is up. I really like to focus on the education behind why to make certain choices. When you're at the supermarket, how do you know what ingredients to buy? When you're cooking for yourself or your family, how do you know how to put the plate together? Why do you add certain ingredients? What are certain ingredients good for, and what are they going to do to your body once you consume them? I'm really passionate about teaching people and empowering them the reason behind all the stuff, so that it's not like eat this because I said, and then it just doesn't have the same effect on people. So I have a very relaxed approach. You don't have to track calories or macros. Personally, I don't, but if it helps you stay on track and you enjoy that, obviously you still can. But it's not necessary with my approach. I've got a full library of over 140 recipes, so you get different recipe ebooks for breakfast, savory snacks, lunches, sweet snacks and desserts, or dinners. So you can have like a sweet snack in the afternoon or have it for dessert at night, for example. And I just encourage around 2 recipes per week, so you're not overhauling your whole entire routine and feeling really overwhelmed with everything. Just little steps that you can do over time to help build up your go-to recipes and find your new favorites, and just have a compounding effect so that you can start improving as the year goes on. You'll also get weekly educational videos delivered right to your inbox. So generally they're around 20 minutes long, not super long or anything. It's not this big strenuous program that's going to take up all your time. So anytime during the week, just watch the video. I've got different ones on different ways on how to balance your hormones, different weight loss mistakes, lots and lots of interesting stuff of misconceptions I see online, lots of misinformation that I see, and it's just really getting down to the bottom of it. You'll also get a weekly workbook with just 4 questions, maybe different things that were a challenge for you during the week or things that you overcame, and helping plan out the meals and recipes for the next week and going over what you learned from the video. So it just helps you stay on track. You can send them to me if you need help with anything as well. And you'll also get a couple of bonus e-guides with some holistic supplement recommendations for a bunch of different problems like hormone balancing, digestion, sleep, stress, all that kind of thing. I've worked in a health store for about 1.5 years now, and we have customers come in all the time who maybe don't want to go towards pharmaceuticals and want to try a natural option first, or want to hop off the pharmaceuticals because they've got some serious side effects and try some natural herbal remedies. So there's lots of different alternatives out there. And I've also got a healthy supermarket swaps book as well. So instead of eating processed food, how about we switch to more whole foods that are going to keep you feeling full and give you more energy and make you feel great from the inside and out. So you can sign up for Beautiful Body BLITZ if you want to start the year off on the right foot. I'll put the link below as well. I'd really love to have you on board. It's very exciting stuff. So if you're feeling burnt out, don't forget to check back to this podcast or video at any time and go through some of the tips that I've given here. But really just take it easy on yourself. Make sure you feel really good going into 2022. manifest your biggest dreams, and just try to work on making a life that you really, really look forward to waking up to each day. So I'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see these videos on podcasts more often. I'm going to be trying to do it weekly during 2022 if I can fit it in with my new job and everything like that. So I look forward to having you on board and wishing you a wonderful year ahead.